Hey, YouTube. Hopefully everyone is doing okay. Um, my goal for the channel is to help educate people because they don't really teach you this in school um, unless you're like in finance or something. But they don't really um, teach you how to build wealth or um, anything. But what is a stock? Basically, um, the if you look at the wealthiest people in the United States, they either started their own business, um, or they were in real estate, or they made a lot of investments in stocks. Stocks is basically um, let's let's think of a pizza pie, and there's different slices. Um, in the pizza, and this is a company, and basically if you buy a share of a stock, you get a very small ownership of the company. I mean, it might be minuscule, but if that company does well over time, you should do well, because with stocks you either make money usually through dividends or capital appreciation. Um, let's say you buy a stock and it's like at $10 for one share, and so you got $10 invested. But let's say in the next 10 years, maybe it goes to $50, and even if they don't pay a dividend, basically you made $40 profit if you sold at 50, and you bought at 10. Or let's say the company is $10 for one share, and let's say they pay 25-cent dividend every or four times a year. So basically you would get $1 a year in dividends, and then you could just reinvest those dividends and buy more shares. Or if you don't have enough for a full share, some brokerages even do fractional shares. You don't even really have to even have $10. You could have $1 and buy a tenth of a share. But basically, if the company over time does share buybacks where they decrease the number of shares outstanding. Let's say, I don't know, let's keep it simple. Like, say in this pizza pie, there's 100 shares to own the whole company, and you own one share out of 100. So you own 1% of the company. But if the company says decreases the amount of shares, your ownership increases without you having to spend any more money. So, and the average return for somebody that invested in, said, the S&P 500 index over the last 50 years has probably been around 10%. So that's a pretty good return. And anyway, thank you for listening.